Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Road to 3000, Part 7. The current rating is 2576. On this stream, we would play some rapid games, 10+0, trying to increase some rating points, most importantly to have some fun and learn some new things throughout. For those who are watching the recorded version of it, please don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and all the good stuff if you enjoy the content. And don't forget to go on the website modernchess.academy, which has plenty of video courses about many aspects such as openings, middle games, end games, weekly training programs, which is actually free currently, so you can just take it and learn exactly what to do on which day and get a really valuable experience from it. So, without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully, today we will play against less cheaters and it will be more enjoyable stream. Let's see. So, we would really love to get closer to 2600 territory. We will try. What about King's Indian for white? King's Indian for white, I don't have it on the website, but I have the Reti variation with knight f3, c4 kind of transpositions, which actually is quite valuable and interesting to check it out as well. In terms of the openings for white, I have the first move e4, knight f3, d4, c4. I have all of them. And with the black pieces also against e4, e5, French, Caro-Kann, Sicilian with the Najdorf. Actually, this is the longest course. It has like 15 hours of recorded version. That's a long one. Victor de Castro. Okay, let's see Victor. Let's go with e4. On Sicilian, let's try knight f3, e6, and d4. This is an interesting version. Thank you, Zuka, for the follow. Let's tack the queen back on e3, and then we would like to develop the pieces normally, like knight c3, and so on, bishop d2. It's quite valid. I can actually try to go for a3 right away. Also, should I go for it? Let's say if he takes, I'm okay to take it back because I lasered down this one. So let's go with a3. Takes, I grab it with the queen. And, excuse me, and he makes a castle. Okay, let's chase this knight away. This move was expected. And now where do we go with the queen? I know our queen had some trip, basically. Went back and forth into a couple of places, but it's okay for now. Because we got the bishop pair advantage, and life is beautiful after that. Where do we put? Queen b3 could be a move. Queen d2 could be a move. d3 also. You know what? I'll put it on d2. I feel like this might be still the best shot. At some point we have c4 as well, in case of he decides somewhere to go with d6 ideas. I can make some exchanges and go with c4. On the other hand, the way I would like to finish the development is to go with b4, bishop b2, c4. So I don't really have to go on this approach. I can develop pieces more naturally. Okay, that was a good move what my opponent played. I think it's time to kick this knight out, isn't it? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's chase this guy away and then put the queen on a better spot. Because the pawn on e5 is hanging and he really wants to take it. Okay, so I can try to go for this queen d6. Why? Because if I try this and then he captures on e5, I'm going to drop a pawn, which is not good for me. If I try this, he goes with knight g6, and regardless, the pawn will be good. If I go for it, that actually looks like an interesting approach. Let's say, because if he takes, I take it back. Knight f5, and he went back. That's a bit of a surprise to me. What's the key reason? Maybe regardless he wants to take it, but Okay, that's a bit of a surprise. But anyways, is there any b4? Let's say if he goes here, I'm happily going to play bishop b2. And if knight f5, I can exchange it. So I think b4 is worth it. And then bishop b2 ideas later. Knight g6, yes, I expected that was his plan, but pawn is well guarded. I don't mind it. And we get a bishop pair, plus his bishop on c8 is awkwardly placed. Is this really Georgi's channel? It is, Don. It is. Hello, Avash. Hello, Lataida. Welcome on board, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to chase our 3000 rating dream. Okay, bishop b2. Protect the pawn on e5. Next comes up some kind of c5 ideas to completely bolster the center. But I don't think it's a difficult situation for me. Because this is like a fortress. And I just need to finish the development, make a castle, etc. If I try some kind of bishop d3, the knight is jumping over there, which is not something I would like to see. Maybe I can try to develop it from this direction, it's possible, but okay, f6. So he wants to take on e5. Is objectively a correct move. Can I hold on to these for long? I can't hold on to that for long because the dark squares are too weak, so let's trade the queens off. Time to cash out, grab it, and actually long castle. I don't think my king will get severely attacked because I made a castle, because there are many pieces which already got exchanged. Thanks, Dawn. I'm back already. I'm planning to do the streams more or less actively, so feel free to join the journey. Thanks for the follow. Good morning, Ibrahim. It is morning time. Currently it's 9:27 in the morning. Okay, so how do we proceed further? I can try to develop from this direction, but on the other hand, I want to activate the bishop as well. You know what, let's just go here, but he goes knight here, I assume. I don't want that. Let's try g3. Restrict the mobility of the knight. I don't really enjoy this knight jumps over there. He activated the king, and what's his plan? He probably wants to make e6, bishop e7 work. Okay, how do we proceed further? We need to come up with a good plan now. Any b5 ideas? Could be on the radar. Let's say if he comes here, I'm gonna play here, knight b3. No, bishop c3 is a sneaky move with the threats of pushing it and kind of asking him where do you move the knight. Okay, this direction was expected. Should I trade it off? He's gonna take it back with the pawn maybe. Huh. Hang on. Maybe I can do better. If he takes it with the pawn, it's okay. I can move the rook up and it's gonna be alright. Good morning, Abdelvi. Welcome. Bishop e2 and f4, chasing the knight away. And kind of improving the pieces as well. Let's go with f4. What are you doing? I was just trying to pump up the rating. Are nice and organized. Thanks, Lataida. Go on my website, modernchess.academy. There is a free video course weekly training program. Check it out, sign up, and start working on it. Okay. Oh, he wants to go there. Let's put the pressure on the main weakness, and I need to watch out the time. Based on my previous experiences, time was really the main issue throughout the games, and it was quite frequently as well. So I just need to do it faster. Okay, what's his plan? He would like to go there. Necessarily want him to grab this. That's a strong move what he played. How do we react? It's a really good move. I think I need to lift the rook up and then go for rook here. Claiming that everything is nice, especially after bishop b7, I can maintain pressure and take these pieces all together. I know it looks a bit ugly, but I really don't want him to activate the knight into a better spot. We can lift it down, go for this, or it was better to go there. Ah, this knight is annoying already. He's very annoying. Let's pressure, he defends it, and let's go for... maybe b5 isn't too bad actually, because bishop b4 check will be annoying. That was Luca. Yeah. So now our plan is just to put the bishop there. He has a weakness. Can't really play bishop c6, which is a good news for me. Now I would like to activate the king, maybe get into this square, and slowly and steadily maybe a4, a5 ideas and whatnot. There are a couple of good options I can try. Thank you, Escalius, for the follow. Welcome. Hello, Daniel. Trying to get to 2200. Chesscom, should I focus on tactics? Give it a try. Weekly training program. Maybe you will see all the explanations, what steps you need to take. Modernchess.com. Okay, this check is a good looking move. d6. Alright. Can I try to chase the knight away? I don't know, maybe. But I actually like the fact that I can activate the king. Zolut feels like he has something going on down there with rook c8, so I want to make sure that it's more or less well guarded. Bonk Cloud, no, we will not be doing Bonk Cloud, at least in this stream. Yeah, Maranatha, this chatbot is something from a different universe. I think G4 he missed it, and I'm gonna grab it. And chatbot doesn't like the capital letter messages. But there I can grab it, can't I? Is there any tactics? I don't think so. So we took the free pawn and opened up the files. Small phone. Hello, Ray. Why did I not pay attention on that one? I don't know, guys. I think I need to focus more onto onto the game rather than the chat now, because I just didn't even see that it was hanging. Damn. I'm really smoking something, actually, Cloud. And we gave away the game. Damn. Okay, how about g5? There is still a fight with the two bishops. He really wants to get there, but we have some moves. Sorry, chatbot. Okay, I'll focus on the game more. It's better. And then we can have a chat on more. Because currently we don't have a good situation. As you can see on the board, we are definitely struggling. Bishop here was expected. I'll go down. A draw I'm okay with. Of course he's not. That made sense. How am I gonna protect the pawn? Yeah, that's the question of the day. There might not be an objective defense. There's not, definitely. Yeah, we're losing the game, ladies and gentlemen. Poorly. We can try to bring the king up all the way. But he is doing well. Restricts the mobility of my pieces and activating his own. That's a correct mindset. I'll try to march my pawns forward. Still not too simple position. I lost exchange, but I have two bishops, yes. Which are doing fine, actually. I really need to march the pawns, but time is another issue, actually. What I noticed. Hello, Jenico. I don't want to let him get to c4 square. That will definitely cause the problems. I can move this up and go with bishop c4, I thought. There. You can try maybe rook h2. I will take this one. There is a little hidden trick. If he takes it, there is g6. I'm not sure if he will fall on that. And he actually fell for it. Yeah, now we turn around, I believe. Because the rook is hanging and g7, g8 is coming. He didn't pay attention to that. That was painful for him. Not anymore. I think after g6 he can't save it anymore. Good evening or morning, wherever you are. Morning. Push the h pawn. Yes, where does he move the rook? g7, g8 is a threat. Nice tactic. Yeah, we were very sneaky there, though. Check. Okay, I need to take it. Excuse me. Alright, so now I need to play smart. Let's go down. And where? Let's say here. I really need to go after his pawns. But I'm so low on time. I hope I can make it. Let's go here and here. Check maybe once. Let's go here. I must activate the king. Let's go here. What do I do? Go here. He's actually pressing the pawn forward. I might actually not have chances to win. I should go after his g-pawn. Put the king in front of it. I'll go this direction. No, this pawn I think I might be able to take. King f3 is on the way. Oops. Oops. Tactics, brother. Tactics. He needs to work more on the tactics. I'll take the g-pawn, I'll take on a7, taking the full house. We won! Nice game. We managed to win. Draw isn't bad because of the position and the time, definitely, but we managed to get the win. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Or let's play the new game. Let's review. I think there were some important moments, and training with the Georgian master, that is quite iconic. You're also Georgian. That's nice. So, good game, thank you, Amen. Show us the board. Isn't it visible? The board isn't... Yeah, board is visible. Refresh the stream. So, queen e3. a3, bishop takes, queen takes. Castle. This is a typical approach. Going for a3. Bishop d2 also exists, by the way. And let's say after castle, Thane going for it as well. I've seen similar cases too. Anyhow, we went for a3, takes, queen takes, castle. I know the queen is moving around a little bit, but there is this c4, b4 ideas. Get the space advantage and +2 bishops. He went after this pawn, of course. Queen b8 was a very strange decision. I definitely think he was supposed to take it. Go maybe with knight f5 to overprotect it. That would have been preferable. Anyhow, he moved it back, b4. And this position is already better for white because I get a bishop pair, very pleasant position as well. But here I was looking for the moves of how to proceed further. Okay, apparently computer's recommendation is to go g4, followed by g5. This is how it wants to open up the files. I believe he wanted to try this, h4, maybe b6, and g5. F takes, and h5. Okay, the engine usually is relatively wild, but now that I'm looking at it, kind of makes sense. I take, pawn takes, and the b5 as well, bishop e5. Some tactics just show up, basically. Interesting ones. Okay, going back. King e7, bishop c3. The idea was quite tricky. We want to go with b5, bishop b4. And at the end of these, it's still a slight plus. I really didn't like his knight maneuvers. And there, just, I don't know why, for some reason thought that I was just gonna grab it. It's just better to play bishop b4. I'll just focus more onto the stream, on the game. I really get badly distracted. And these two bishops, it's still a bit annoying for him to play, not so clear-cut win. And luckily he got tricked. I felt it that he was going into this direction in g6 and I get the bishop back because the rook is under attack and g7, g8 is on the way. And that endgame is equal. apparently. I still have a slight plus, but regardless, I mean, he's really trying to... No, this is winning. I just need to go... What is the winning plan? Let me see. Is g4, king d6, let's say g3. Bishop d7 I have, and then I take this way. And I can stop the pawn as well. Objectively, a bit later, I need to trade off my bishop into his pawn, and I need to grab other pawns on the way. And this is how I managed to win. Okay. And here, just of course, this was a huge blunder. We were already in bullet territory, and he collapsed. Thank you for the follow, Davidel 003. Thank you, Amin. Bishop c2 was better than bishop d5 check. I believe so too. They told us beginners to keep d and e pawns in the center, but why high level love to trade d pawn in Sicilian? You trade it off because you want to grab space in the center, and there is no other good way to do it. That's the only reason. But it's not only about the beginners. In general, it's preferable to have the central pawns. Let's say your C and F pawns, if you can exchange it into D and E pawns, it's better. Whoever controls the space center controls the space, so it's good. Alright, let's go for it. E4, E5. Knight f3, let's develop the knight on c6, and here let's try a6. Knight f6, so we have got the Roy Lopez, a bit different kind of version. Steinetz deferred. Hi Joy, how are you? Glad you joined. Rookie 1, Bishop d7. What tournament's coming up, Joy? Thank you for the information. I like to push C, pawn, and go to stealth and variation. It is also a valid option. Let's play some King's Indian type of structure. I know it's strange that you're getting it from e4, e5, but life is full of mysteries, and this is not an exception. So. Thank you for the follow, Rahman King Solar. Welcome on board. World Championship in June. Perfect. I asked, actually, Joy, to my club, forgot to contact you about it back, if they were planning to send the players over there. Apparently not, because almost all of them exclusively have the exams. Thank you, Rahman, for the gift. Let's make a castle. And knight gets maneuvered there. How do we move forward? I can actually try some moves like h6, knight h7, and f5, but sooner or later I need to go for it. Modern defense. Kind of, yes. Let's try this. If he tries d4, I have a bit of a tricky version of going for knight g5. Not sure how accurate it is, but it looks interesting at least. a3 to me looks like he is about to waste some time. Should I go knight g5 right away or push f5? That is the question of the day. I definitely don't mind going for knight g5. Let's see what he does. f5 isn't bad at all either. That's definitely my plan. Maybe now or later. I don't know. Let's see exactly what he does based on that. f5. GG, thanks. f5, yes, Joy, it is on the way. Not anymore. Okay. So he wants to stop it by all means, but I still can take it. I'll lift the king up. Not a problem. When he goes knight g3, maybe I can park the queen right there and then follow it up with moves like f5. Okay, let's trade this knight off. It's not a bad trade for me because I get the access to the f file, there's no d4 coming up, and the queen can get to h4 sneaky square, which I might do right after knight g3. And then f5 on the way. Queen being there will be a bit of help, because it will stabilize the situation more and would help me in the attack on the king side too. I like these positions. Yeah, it's an interesting one. So bold with the pawn structure. Actually, it's a typical idea to go f5. It's not as bold as it might sound. Ennis London, thank you for the follow. Welcome. It's not that bold actually, guys. It's okay, playable. Well, we also would like to put the queen on h4 and then go with this. Why this move first? Because after f5, pawn takes, and queen h5, even though I can try to trade the queens off later, it's still preferable, I believe, to go towards that direction. g4. Okay, that's a bit strange. Can still put the queen there, but why not push it? Right away. Takes, I take it back. I don't exactly see what he wants to do. So we must push the pawn forward, takes and takes at g4. To me, is a bit of a surprise, because in any case I wanted to press on that flank and he kind of accelerated the process. Okay, I don't mind. Okay, so what do we do now? We need to activate the queen. I can try to trade it off though. Just like that and play better position. Actually, I don't mind, because all of my pieces look quite healthy there, so it wouldn't be bad at all to try this idea. Okay, we traded off. Coach, yesterday I won from Sri Lanka his raid on chess.com 2500. Well done, Joy. Well done. Especially from those Asian countries, people tend to play relatively well. Usually they're underrated. Okay, but that allows me to grab on f2, doesn't it? He defended against f takes c4 threat, because the pawn was hanging, but he didn't defend against this. I didn't understand this move. Which move? Let's take it, shall we? Yeah, let's go for it. g4, yeah. Yeah, just... me neither, actually. I didn't get it either. Okay, let's bring another rook. We have some plans. His position is collapsing, pretty much. Thank you very much, coach. I'm happy to watch you playing. My pleasure. In 1780 and can be like you, 2500. This time also will come. Just keep practicing. Hang on. So, do we go h5 and h4? Doesn't look bad, actually. And I kind of want to push the pawn forward. My bishop isn't doing much. There won't be any checkmate threats, I firmly believe. It will take some time to work on it, but at least the pieces to get activated, I wouldn't mind. Right. Should we cash out and grab some pawns? Or should we try this? I actually like this option of bishop h6. First. Or let's just take it. No need to. overcomplicate things. Let's start on grabbing because there is nothing direct what I see, so let's just improve the position to a better one and eventually something will come. Okay, on this there is rook f2 coming up as well. I don't think he will be happy with it. Or bishop h6. Let's go rook f2. I take the knight, of course. First things first, rook g2 is also on the way. And I must get rid of this bishop because it causes some headache. And he resigned. Good game. Let's try the rematch if he would like to, of course. He does. Let's try e4. e5. Knight f3. Should we try again our tricky a3 setup? Let's go for it. I'm curious how he responds. a6, I go with d4. This is a slightly different position. This type of positions are typical for the King's Indian pawn structure, the previous game, whatever we played. And it's slightly better version than a regular King's Indian structure, so it's not bad. GG's, thank you. Thank you, guys. B2, taking on B2 was better, yes. Thank you, Mohammed, for sharing the live. I appreciate your support. Okay, what do we do now? Do we go bishop b3? I think I can do that. At the end of the trades, we grab some space in the center, control it better, and overall it doesn't look that bad. c6 is a threat now, so he has to grab on d4. Any tips brought to get to 1900? Not camp on the website, actually. There is one free course which I made it recently. Weekly training program. Give it a try. modernchess.academy. What is this, scotch or what? This is a bit of a trick line, a3. Which sometimes my opponents don't know how to respond in exactly. The one what he chose is not so accurate either, actually. So I might be fighting for an edge. But let's see, it's not so clear-cut. Thank you for the follow, HLV. Thanks for sharing the stream around. Well, how do we focus in the center? I really would like to go for e5 breakthrough sooner or later, but when the time is right. On the other hand, I can play f4 and maybe potentially try to go with f5. Wouldn't be that bad. Thank you for the follow, J. Robert. This was expected, but here's what I had in mind. I try to break through with e5 now. Whenever he takes, I take it back. If he captures, I'm okay to take it. If bishop d1, I trade. Rook takes, e takes f. Bishop is hanging, so is the g7. Bishop g4, I take it. Rook g8. There's no good follow-up. I believe so. Okay. I can try e5 regardless. If he takes it, this one, and that is too severe for him to handle it. And if he takes it with the pawn, if not the trades, which we originally had it planned, we can go queen e5 as well. And that doesn't look nice for him. Queen e7, we can try to go with rook e1, even if he takes, I'll take it back. Okay, let's just focus and have a look at it one more time. Queen a4 check, let's do bishop d7. We don't have a good follow-up. If f takes e5, looks fancy. If queen d4, rook d4, we're winning, but there is bishop d1. I trade, e takes f6, bishop, let's say h5, f takes rook g8, and knight e4, king e7. I don't have good enough. I take with the queen, he goes queen e7, I can try rook e1, If trades, the king is a bit misplaced, and I can try to fight for something. Any other moves? I don't think so, so we need to take. I can try to take here first and then go rook e1. It's not that bad either, actually. Which I might try right away. Or let's put the rook. Oh no, better actually, because my rook will be better located on e5 square. It can get doubled up later easily, so let's try that. It was really a pity that I didn't have this pawn all the way getting to g7 square, but what to do? Takes. Let's capture it. Hello, what's Salia? I can try to chase the bishop for eternity, but how about we finish the development? That move was expected. Okay, one rook we might trade, because we still have some space advantage on the flank. Thanks, Joy, for sharing the link. Take care, the queen is breaking too early. Yes, sometimes we've got to do that. What if he was going to take the rook? If he takes the rook, I was taking the knight. He needs to move the bishop away. This with the queens on the board, it was different. The knight was getting really badly activated. Not thank you for the follow. Now we should do something right away. He wants to activate the rook from this direction. How do we attack him? I have one idea. Should we try it, guys? That will kind of dislocate the bishop. The idea is h3, which I'm going to do. And I don't think he enjoys having the bishop there. Knight e7, I've got this, and if knight b6, there is rook d8, so he will already put the bishop on h5. Okay, that part we've managed to do. Give yourself a bit of time, Joy. Prime 770 hello. What's your best advice tip for me? Puzzles. At this rating range, you gotta work on the puzzles. Okay, this we did. What's next? Need to start, like harassing some pawns and create the weaknesses, because this knight is just so amazing. Maybe some d5, knight jumping there. Like some threats I've got to start creating now. Because if rook c5, I was looking at this move, but he just moves the knight back and doesn't look like there is any good follow-up. This knight stands surprisingly well on this square. Wish I could trade it off. Knight in, yes, we're about to do that. So, for those who are asking these questions, the people which have the rating of below 1500, just focus on the puzzles mostly, and that will improve drastically your chess performance. c7, Yusuf. Okay, thanks M for the follow. g5. Okay, he's trying to create his source of counterplay. Do we have to take it? If I do, I let him get the counterplay On the other hand, I can try to push b5. Now, I have my own threats. It's not so ideal that I'm fixing the pawns on the light squares, I know that, but I've gotta get something on the queen side. It's a must. What about between 1500 to 2000? Between 1500 to 2000, you need to check out Modern Chess Academy, free course, weekly training program. Check it out. That will give you the guidance, step by step, what you need to do. And feel free to purchase the courses as well. There are too many, which will be helpful for any other aspects of your game too. So go ahead and check it out. Whoever has above 1500, especially, that's going to be really great. Because now you already need a serious form of improvement. Okay, he has committed to something, at least we forced him to. I go here, he tries this. And I go knight d5. What does he protect it? Not entirely sure. Knight d6 I can take on c7. If b6, I can go up. Regardless, I'm taking it. Okay, so I think this b4, b5 was a good idea. Going after the c7 pawn now. And if he tries to defend it, which I think he needs to, there is finally knight d5. So we are fast enough to cause the mayhem in his camp. Ray, that's a good advice. Thank you so much. My pleasure, Joaquin. What about 400 ELO? With around 90 days of experience, I start playing Blitz to get more games. Kennedy, I wouldn't recommend you to play Blitz time controls in this rating range. Maybe it's significantly better to work on rapid time controls. You can learn a lot from it as well, so it's much better for you. Try to quit the Blitz. It's not about getting the games in, you're going to actually build up a bad habit playing fast, and that's going to be quite damaging long term for you. Thank you, Amin, for sharing the stream. I appreciate it. 2500 Jumpy. Yes, we are trying. We're trying to get to 3000 at some point. That's a long journey, but hopefully you will be following me along. He's in a tough situation now, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to figure out how to protect the c7 pawn. And there we proceed further with knight d5 as well. How about knight c7? Spaces are cramped, and it's a bit tricky. Okay, so if I take it, what does he want to do? Maybe he wants to go b6. Okay. Excuse me. And that's a good looking move, actually, right there. What he chose. Do we want to go for it? Maybe we don't. Okay, let's take our time and think. They go knight c7, b6 is a real threat. Knight e8, he takes. I have some f6, king takes, b6, no, he's on time. I can try to bring the knight back and play this position on. Is it okay for me? Maybe, but there is no reason to go for it. How about I try f6? Knight takes f6. I can trade it and take there too. Okay, let's try this move, f6. And also we're getting low on time, so it's important. That was a good resource, whatever he found. Between move, good. Yeah, well done actually, guys. So now There was b6 also another move too, which was worth it to calculate. Okay, here. What do I do? I have a couple of options. I think taking right away is not bad. If he takes, I'll take it back. I need this move to get in because I need a passer. Because when the critical moment will come, that will help me a lot. The rook c8, he can protect knight. Yes, Joy, there were options for that too. No doubt. We go this, he takes, we just create a pass pawn, but you know, I really would love to activate my king too, somewhere in the center. It's not like he has some killer options immediately, so let's just move the rook away, no problem. My bishop is amazing on d5, it's so beautiful. I don't want to trade it into anything, of course. Let's just activate the king. Get it in action. And then c5 at some point. I love to watch these games. That's my pleasure of walking. I'm glad you enjoy. We need the king. We need the king. Let's go up there, because I already want c5. Luckily, he doesn't have this bishop f7, because the rook is covering it up. Is it the right time to push? Not really. He has some sneaky threats, so let's all prepare it, because after the trades, you could probably even sacrifice it. Not sure how accurate it was, but I don't want to risk it. Now c5 is coming. Do you like, guys, to analyze the game afterwards? Or should we play it and check it out at the end? I think we can check out this game and the previous one which we played against him too. There were some interesting critical moments from it. Jumpy, a Modern Chess Academy, free course. Weekly training program. That's all you need now. Okay, let's push it. Shall we? Yes. I get there. You're in a tough situation now, buddy. I know. Okay, so go to win, and go b6. How does he protect it? There's no protection against it. Let's go b6. Analyze, yeah? All of you? Okay, we will check it out then. Here I have a couple of ways. Check here, this check. Or let's give him a check and then go b7. I think that should be good enough to win, yeah? So let's not overcomplicate it. Play simple chess, trade the rooks off, and push the pawn forward. Okay. Alright, then let's start with the analysis of the current game, and then we can check out the previous one as well. First of all, let's get the accuracy, what the engine says. $92.3 for us, 79% for him. Let's check out where the key mistakes were. This one have interesting endgame. Yes, let's check it. Thank you, Bronas, for the follow, and there LG Man. Okay, so a3 is such a sneaky move, guys. It might take your opponent out of the prep on early stages, and it's worth it to give it a try. So we just play 4 knights, almost everybody goes for it, and surprisingly d5 has its own downsides because of bishop b5. If your opponent is not so aware of it, it's difficult. So we trade off the pieces, bishop e3. This is already better for white. And surprisingly, this is plus 1.24 advantage. You will not be expecting something like that coming out of the opening, but here's the example. Long castle, bishop e6. We tried f4. The intention was to go with f5, e5, etc., which I think kind of makes sense, and we went for it. Goes for bishop g4 and e5. e5 engine says is a mistake. So the evil what it gives is +2 if I just lift the rook up and then go for e5. You know why? Because I actually have a threat of f5 as well, which we used it a bit later in the game. So let's say if it tries to play calm move like short castle, there comes f5. The bishop is getting stuck and h3 g4 is on the way, so I can grab the bishop. So rook d2 was better than going for e5. We got too distracted of pushing the pawn forward. Now I would like to address a couple of details, because there were some questions in chat during the game. If, let's say, bishop decides to take on d1, there comes e takes f6. Bishop is under attack. You don't want to give me in two pieces the rook, so most likely bishop h5, here, and knight d5. This is already a killer move. Knight f6 is on the way, and this king is just getting in terrible shape, actually. I don't think Black can survive, especially with the queens on the board. It's really terrible. So that's the reason why he can take on d1. He took on e5. Wait, did it change the evil of e5? It started to like it, actually. Okay, so engine isn't so reliable in this depth. D takes, and here we wanted to go f takes c5, but this is not good, because unlike the previous situation, okay, first things first, if we trade off the queens, now he's actually dropping a piece because the knight and the bishop, both of them are hanging. If it takes on d1, there was queen d8, I need to go for it because my queen is hanging, takes. We get the similar position, but with the queens off the board. And that changes the whole ecosystem. I don't have these moves if knight e4, king e7, if not even, I'm even getting mated actually. There's no need for king e7, so it's not worth it. That's why after d takes, we need to take it with the queen. But this doesn't look bad either, because at this point, his king also will be misplaced. So we develop the bishop, he goes there, activate the rooks, takes it, and rook takes. Here's the thing. We have a slightly better position because we would like to attack on the queen side, which is completely abandoned. His rook is not into the game. That's the key problem. If he would have the rook on e8 or d8, it's just equal. There's nothing happen. So he goes h5. Smart move to activate the rook. But here's the thing. We need to somehow break through on the queen side. If we try rook c5, there comes just c6. I know we really want to do that, but at the same time, if the rook leaves the e-file, the king comes up. And we don't want to allow that. If the king joins the game, it means the rook gets activated and we are in big trouble. So f5 actually is engine's favorite. We restrict the mobility of the bishop, and we would love to go for the move h3, kick the bishop out. So h4 to give some room for this. And here is another important moment of the game. The moves like rook c5, we said there is c6. If I go for knight d5, I encourage the trades, and that would just let him slip, because the rook can get activated from there, or can go with f6 followed by bishop f7. What's the follow-up? I don't get anything. That's why it was a time to start creating the weaknesses on the queen side. So we just go b4. We want to go b5, because we need to reach the pawns somehow, or provoke them to come forward. Let's say g5. That was actually the best shot for him. And here's the thing. His idea is to go with g4, go after the pawn on h3, and maybe rook g8 and so on. He really needs to do something. So we go b5. Engine, no, nonsense actually. It doesn't understand this move. Goes with a5. We have a direct attack. If he takes it, finally the knight is getting activated. And let's say c6, knight d6. And we already started creating some threats, and the knight from c3 all of a sudden ended up on d6. Just looks perfect, right? So a5, and we go rook c5, and knight e8. We activate the knight, and he goes there. And that was an interesting moment in other one as well. Even though originally we thought that we were going to grab the pawn just for free. If he goes with b6, there comes rook c6, and we do want to take the pawn on c7, and he doesn't have a good defense. But he tries a tricky move, rook h6. If I take on c7, the idea is to go b6. I no longer have the move of going on c6 because he can take it and grab the knight. I was looking at it for sacrificing an exchange in order to maybe somehow make this pawn work, but there's not enough time. For f6, even the king is there, the rook can stop it as well with rook f6, rook b6. If I try knight c7, maybe we can just fight and the game goes on, but why should we give up an exchange and give him some chances to play? So instead we go with f6. There was another interesting move of playing b6. I would like to address this move, because if the pawn goes here, we can just move the knight away somewhere like e3 and we can grab the pawn freely. But the trick was that after takes at rook c8, it looks so tempting to go for a knight c7, too many threats on this weak knight, but there's rook c6. That's exactly what I spotted, and I don't know if I said it during the stream or not, but that's the bad move for us. So we can't move the rook away because he's gonna grab on c4, and if we trade it, we just lose all of our initiative. I don't believe we have anything left here. We might even end up having worse position because our pawns are really far at once and his king is getting faster in activation. So we went for f6. But you know what's a surprising fact? Don't mind it, guys, because the engine depth here is low and it doesn't understand it. It actually is an accurate move. So he goes for knight takes f6, we grab on c7, and we end up in this situation where we have extremely active bishop on d5. It's a killer, covering up everything. The rook is amazing, and at some point we need to create a passed pawn. So the next steps are relatively straightforward. We just bring his monarch in action. King e3, king d4, and sooner or later c5 will be coming. Just pay attention how bad his bishop looks. It was bad for him. We could try to go with c5 right away as well, but I thought a4 was a bit classier. I'll mention the reason why. Let's say here, rook d5, king takes, bishop b5, and I thought that he could try to keep fighting for some things, and there's no reason to allow that. We just go a4, then we go with c5, and that is just game over. There are many ways to play, but the variation what we chose is good enough. Trade the rooks off, and we promote the b pawn to the queen. So, guys, any questions you have about this game? And we actually need to analyze the previous game as well. I thought there were some interesting highlights. What do you think? Thank you for the follow, D. Can you play General Zod? He's on TikTok live right now. I mean, if we have a matchup like that randomly, yes, but I don't know this person, so we played 2 games in the past as well. Well, thank you, Magdarov, and just for the follow. Want to play a game? Es jau prorāt, omesmas. Jāsga Egyptas. For me, the only obvious inaccuracy is black rook in the bishop. Okay, let's have a look at the previous game, guys, because there were some interesting moments as well. let's say this one, right? I'm new and this is really good to know. That's my pleasure. Thank you for the support as well, guys, with these donations. Go for it, Joy. 91.9%. That was also a good accuracy. This was this game with the King's Indian structures. So we developed the pieces, knight f6, Royal Lopez variation, d6, g6 setup is actually one of my favorite variation, what I truly enjoy to play. d3, bishop g7, we just develop the pieces normally. Every single player just develops it. This is so nature looking move. In Italian, in Royal Lopez, everyone knows to put the pawns all the way like that, maneuver the knight. And while they're busy doing their own stuff, we're just working on, you know, maneuvering the pieces, getting to g5 and so on. Okay, the engine here says rook 8. No, rook 8 I'm not going to do. a3 was a bit oddly placed. And apparently f5, going for it right away, was preferable rather than playing knight g5. Okay, that's good to know. So in case he takes it at knight g3. These moves were definitely expected. We can go for something like bishop e8. Okay, that's a nice looking move. And then we try to kick this knight out and bring this guy over there. Interesting to know. Let's say d4 breakthrough is an interesting version, and if I go f4, knight jumps there, king h8, potentially I can activate the bishop and I can do some stuff. Okay. Anyhow, he went for it. Knight g5 is a mistake because there is f5 opportunity which I missed. We traded the pieces off. g4 was a misplaced pawn, no doubt. We managed to get f5 because of that. And position already looks tough for him. I have some threats. I don't think there is a good defense against it as well, because I'm attacking this pawn and this pawn at the same time. If he takes it, I'll take it back with the bishop, and both of the pawns will be hanging as well. So f takes, d takes, rook f2 here, and this is already bad to play. And at the end, he called it a day. And thank you for the follow, Wes. Okay, let's play the new game. Great game, thank you guys. So far it's going well. Let's see. Let's play another game. Okay, who is that person? Monster Mate. Let's check out the account. From the USA. He has some defeats, some wins. Okay. e4, g6. Just a moment. Let me check out something, guys. I think it's all set. Okay, so he plays the modern. Let's try with this knight c3 and h4 if he develops it. I'll go with h4. Wait, coach, I want to play against you. Ah, sorry, Joy. Started. h5. Let's go with d4. These pawn pushes will benefit me at some point, I hope. Let's develop the knight, get to g5 square. Actually, when you were mentioning about playing the game, I didn't think you wanted to play with me. That's the thing. Okay, what do we do now? I can actually try just to make a long castle. And then do the rest. This capture is a correct move, because otherwise knight g5 was coming. So it's been some time he plays these structures, I feel like that. He knows what to do. Okay, what do we do now? Surprisingly, the rook will be sneaky on that direction. I can try some 4 f5 ideas. f4, f5, here we go. Joy, you got this. You got this, you're in good shape. Let's say hi to this guy. I'm going to play f5 as well. If I get this pawn out of the way, that's going to be a big minus for him. We traded. I know it's not nice that he takes my bishop, but you know, many other things are not nice in general, so it's okay. I go bishop h3 and give it away. I actually don't mind it as much if he takes, because I take it back with the f pawn. It's an odd looking move, but maybe it's okay. I can try to take it with the queen as well. There are options. There are options. I can take on d7 first to make him lose the right to make a castle. But actually, I don't have anything against it. He can make a castle if he would like to. I'll take on g6 freely. I'll be happy with it. Thank you, James Chabanez, for the follow. Good morning, ladies and jiu-jitsu players. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? That move was expected. He will try to grab here. Okay, let's make a castle once and for all. We need that. Guys, whoever is in chat, just curious, anyone practicing jiu-jitsu? Very well, we take this guy. He will go after this pawn. He will. But let's take this first. I need this pawn, bishop h4. e5, he was gonna take on h4 actually. What's the best way to play? I go now. It's not too bad of a move, you know. If he takes it, I'll take it. Now the knight is dead. So I'll push it now, since I'm also attacking the d6 pawn as well. d1, maybe with the knight d5 threat, yes, but it's a bit passive. I want to do something more active. Ah, he missed it. Guys, what tactic did I plan after I pushed e5? Who can say it? Who can spot that? I'll give you like 20-25 seconds. What was the real plan of e5? What's the difference between modern and Perk? Perk is with the d6, c6 when they play. Modern is with the g6. They might not play with the c6. They might play with e5 and King's Indian type of structure. Bishop has no space. Very good. We got this. We take it, and this guy is getting stuck. Badly as well, actually. I'll go for this. And he has got no squares to escape. Hello, Rusev, do you speak Russian? Yes. Yeah, that was painful for him. Didn't expect that to come. Push the now, and if pushing the pawn, he could jump the knight on f6. Let's take this. Very well. Do we trade the rooks off as well? Why not? Let's have less pieces on the board. We just won a piece. Спасибо вам большое. სწორად გახსოვს ცოტა. ქართული სტრიმები მქონდა მაგ დროს. Rook d8. So we simplify. Don't we? We just simplify. And go for I can attack the queen. That actually is a sneaky way, and then queen g3 idea. Yeah, let's go for it. He goes queen d8. There is a check followed by rook g8. I just need to make sure that my back rank is covered up and he has got nothing there, and that's all. e5. That's a commitment. If I take it and just want to grab on e5 as well, any sneaky threats? At least nothing I can think of, so I will take it. Queen a6. Okay, now I see his plan. Let's give one check. Can't be bad. Let's take this as well. e5 was preferable, yeah, just maybe. Okay, that was a good move, good game. Let's see if he wants to rematch. e4. Okay, let's play Sicilian this time, because it's been a while we're playing e5 consistently, so let's change it a little bit. b4. Wing gambit. I think there I should take it. And then go with knight of 6. Interesting setup. When will my turn? Oh my god, I completely forgot. Sorry, Joy. If you can wait for it, I'll finish right this one and we'll start. I apologize. Is your bullet over 3000? No, it's not. No, actually, not on this account here. Did I ever have 3000 in bullet? I even never had bullet 3000 ever. 1900 I had. Sorry, I meant 2900, but 3000 no. Irakli madloba გამოწერისთვის. In variation next, bro. You're a grandmaster. Joy is a strong player. She will become a grandmaster shortly, I believe. I believe in her abilities. Let's take it. Okay, he has got some compensation. We will not argue with that, but how good of a compensation is it? That's the question. How about we just finish the development? He has got the center and some play there too, I believe, but let's just finish the development. Let's see. What if I try d5? If he takes it, I go knight d5. That can't be that bad, and I don't know why am I a pawn up? Just for no reason, actually. So his opening choice was not as successful as he wished for. e6, the pawn will be well guarded, just in case something occurs. Your stream is so good with good taste of music. Keep going. Thank you, 70. Appreciate it. How about I challenge him with b5? So what's his plan? He would like to go for h5 and create mayhem. Do we want mayhem? No, we don't want mayhem. How about we activate the queen, potentially look for some knight f4 jumps, and go for more. Knight f4 doesn't look bad at all, actually. If he takes it, I'll take it back. I'll be happy if I manage to grab the dark squared bishop. If he lets me. Hello, I am. Hello, Downs on query. B4 Gambit, damn. Yeah, it's a bit strange. Gambit, want to play with you. Not happening on the streams. Gotta go, see you and thanks. Thanks, Ray, for stopping by. Have a wonderful day. The Great Titan, Rated Bounty Killer and 7D. Thank you guys for the follow. Welcome on board. Like watching a master at play. It's my pleasure. Hopefully you enjoy. So, knight f4. We are challenging some pieces. And if he moves the bishop away, I mean, I will chop off the pawn. It's not like it's free. So, thank you for the gifts, Western Sahravi. I'll take it. And I wouldn't even blink an eye. He really didn't want to give up his bishop though. Let's bring this towers into the game. He didn't want to give up his bishop, but on the other hand, he let me activate everything. Name music. Music name is... just a moment, let me open it. If you're talking about the current music, it's called Digging Deeper. And the previous one was Nordic Rust. Bishop e2. Very well, he has some ideas, threats. He wants to move these away. We can probably try and capture it. Let's say, after we take, pawn takes, queen takes there. If he moves the king there, there is knight d4, and I believe I'm okay there. Because if he takes it with the c-pawn, I have rook c4 and some deadly threats. If he moves the king on f1, that's the question of the day. I believe regardless, at least I'm taking a lot of pawns. I think it's fun. Let's go for it, guys. Let's take on g3. Tactics will not benefit him. Coach, second knight on g3. Here we go. Here we go. Are you the Ilya Topuria of chess? Ah, I wish. He's on way higher level than me. Okay, king goes there. And he's claiming that he's absolutely fine. How about we prove him wrong? We just go for all the sacrifices to have some action on the stream, you know? I think it will be good. Let's take on d4. You're streaming also on Twitch, also Instagram. So I stream currently on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. By the way, for those who like the horizontal layout, let's say you prefer to check out wide screen, check out my Twitch and YouTube as well, both of them. You can see it there, if it's more enjoyable for you, of course. Okay, so rook c4, the idea was if bishop c4 there is bishop f3, but he goes for this. But I'm taking the full house, I'm literally capturing every single pawn available, and it's bad for him. Okay, let's see the direct ways. I'm sure there are some. If I start with this check first, king f2, I take it. Bishop f3, I take it with the check. Too many checks, but you know what? I think just capturing it and going for rook d4 is also good enough. We have 5 pawns for the piece, and his king is on fire. We could also take bishop d4 right away, yeah? Yeah, bishop d4 right away was the move. I bet. We missed it terribly. Taking on d4 was better. Yeah, you're right, guys. You're right. Taking on d4 was a killer. Rook b4, good idea. Rook d4, rook b7, rook b4. But it was hanging, right? Galmarjos, Aries. Yeah, bishop d4 was a killer. I just didn't go for it. It's my bad. Not because of it was a mistake, guys. It was just my bad. Okay, so let's maintain pressure on this guy, shall we? Let's go for it. e2. That's really a tough defense, man. He's getting, squeezing out of the stone something, but it's not gonna last for long. Have this. Rook d3 also does the job. Now I thought of check. Do I not have it? I think I do. If the bishop goes down, I'll take it. So I have this check. So I sidestep because if I take it, he takes it back with the bishop and he can save the game, which is not ideal at the end of the day. Ziad, thank you for the follow. Okay, he moves the king away. Can take it with the bishop, I can take it with the rook. I think grabbing it with the bishop is a bit more beneficial, because at some point I will move the rook away and go with rook d1. Yeah, bad position to have. And complain on my own. The b4 sacrifice, guys, is not really ideal usually. Whatever the variation we had it, wing gambit, so just pay attention to it more. He's in trouble. Sometimes it works, but if your opponent plays properly, usually you end up getting worse position. So we will check how accurately we played, but still. And we won. Nice one. Thank you, Monster Mate. We will analyze the game right now, real quick. We will analyze the game real quick, and Joy, that will be the time to send the challenge. Okay, so let me see what was happening. I think we had a brilliant moves as well. The sacrifices might have been worth it. Coach, how do I get better at chess? VS, first of all, tell me if I know you personally, actually. B4, wing gambit. Usually you just need to grab it and develop the knight, bishop d3, g6. Okay, he does get some activity and the control over the center as well, but I have a hard time believing that it is worth it. I don't have any issues. I finish the development normally. Not happening anything direct and special, so if your opponent tries this g6, bishop g7 setups, you probably will have a hard time proving that there is something direct happening. So, I'm new to the channel. What's your rating then? Tell me. d6, we finished the development, knight c4. And d5, we used the right time for that. Bishop d2, e6. Very nice, we activate the queen later. Tries h4, 880 elo. Yes, 100%, you've got to do the puzzles as many as possible. On daily basis, try to solve many tactics. Majority of time, the reasons why you lose the games on this rating range is because of the blunders right away. As long as you fix it, it's going to give you a huge boost. Just work on it on daily basis for roughly an hour or two if you want to take it seriously. So if he takes bishop f4, I'll take it with the queen. But if you're looking for the really like professional guidance, just go on modernchess.academy. There is one free course called Training Program. So check it out, watch it, and you will learn a lot of things. Exactly what to do on which day. He didn't want to give away the dark squared bishop because of the fact that he wanted to make h6 work, but that's just late. We take on h5, g3. Activated, and right after he moved the bishop, I was lasering down this thread, but was not working because he could hide it with the bishop. I'm going for this trade. King f1, knight d4 is a brilliant move. That's good to know. C takes, rook takes. So we had a brilliant move. Rook a7. And yeah, my bad. Bishop d4 was just a killer. I just completely slipped off my mind. It's just my mistake. It is a killer, and we finished the game on spot. I made a huge mistake by taking it. Regardless, the position is winning, of course, but bishop d4 is significantly better. And we have all the pawns in the world, plus his king is bad. Bishop h6, come on, it's not that brilliant move. This is weird. Knight d4, I agree, could be considered as brilliant, but bishop h6, I don't think so. It's not that type. 21 goes away. Here, bishop d2. And yeah. So yeah, overall it was a nice game, I would say, and quite worth it. Thanks, coach. My pleasure. Okay, Joy. So you sent it. Or maybe I don't allow it in the settings. I'll check it out. Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Gameplay, maybe? Allow challenges. And I'm sure you are in my friend list. So try it now, Joy. Thank you, Khmiyada. Madloba Khmiyada. Do you recommend any books to learn middle game strategy? Positional play. Okay, let's put it that way. Jacob Agard's book are really good books for positional play, calculation. That will help you a lot. Too many challenges to this user. Okay. Okay, try it now. And what else I wanted to say? Also, Arthur Yusupov has a very good series of books, Chess Fundamentals, that will teach you a lot of things as well at the same time. So there are a couple of good ones which you can learn. And if I were you, I would be taking, if you're really leaning towards same. Okay, tell me the account name, what you have. I'll try to challenge it from my side, maybe. Okay, let me find you. Okay, hang on. That's a very cute one. Challenge. Where is the challenge? There is no... Wait, guys, you cannot send the challenges anymore? There is no challenge button, actually, Joy. Hello, Dominic, for the follow. I can send a challenge to the Play Now screen. Hang on. Thank you. I feel like I know the basics well and get into equal positions, but then I don't really know what to do next. It's my pleasure. Custom challenge. Play a friend. 1 minute. I think I'll be able to do it now. Okay, there we go. Challenge. Let's do it, Joy. Just sent you. You should receive it. Here we go. Good luck. D4 we have. Let's try D5. C4. We are playing against future Arab champion, just in case, in classical. Let me try and take on C4. Let's see how you play that. What books you suggest for 1900 feet classical player who plays classical Sicilian and semi-Slav and D4? Agard's positional play will be very helpful. Fischer's memorable games also will be helpful. And Kasparov's My Great Predecessors, part 3, 4, and 5, not first and second. Let's go with A6. A4, she wants to prevent B5 ideas, which is a correct mindset. Let's develop the knight on C6 and try to attack the pawn on D4. She's from the same country as me. Yes. She's from Egypt. B3, okay. She wants to stabilize it. I will take on D4. The moment I get the opportunity, I would love to do that. So I believe she's planning to play bishop b2 next. That's the catch. How do we play? Let's go with bishop e7, short castle, develop the pieces calmly. I'd like to see how you play in 3 minutes. That actually probably can be arranged as well, but after some time of playing the rapid games, guys. Not right away, after some time we can arrange. So we go short castle. b6, bishop b7 is a typical idea. Let's see how she responds. Tsiba Salom, Fisheris თამაშები უფრო მოგწონს თუ ტალის? გავამორჯოს ხმიათ. ესთეტიკის მხრივ ტალის ნამდვილად, მაგრამ ხარისხის მიხედვით თუ შევარჩევთ, Fisheris ბევრად უკეთესი იყო. So, one of my friends asked, whose game do you prefer, Fischer's or Tal's? And I said, purely due to aesthetical point of view, I prefer Tal's games. And but in terms of the quality and the accuracy, Fischer. Can I go for knight b4? Because if I take this bishop, I'll be happy. I think I can give it a try. Let's see how she responds. She wants to focus on the king side later, actually, maybe, and try to go for some attack. She probably listens to the live right now. Maybe, I don't know, but usually, actually, Joy, if you're listening now, it's better to mute it while you're playing with me, because you'll be hearing my thoughts and it will be weird. Okay, bishop c4. Let's go with b6, develop the bishop on b7. Tal games are more entertaining. It is more entertaining, no doubt about that. It's just whenever you see that there are practically some defensive resources, as you are becoming more professional into chess, you don't really appreciate it that much, because you see that there are ways to avoid this typical sacrifice. I'm not saying about all games, there are many which was correct and it was double exclamation mark on every single move in the game from move 15 to 25. But what I have in mind are the games when things didn't go well. These are the games which you don't know about. So, they only show the games which everything went brilliantly. That's why it's not so accurate to judge it. And too many world champions just didn't go for the sacrifices because they managed to see the defensive resource. That's all. But aesthetically, if there is someone which doesn't know well chess and just wants to see pure entertainment, of course, how is the person which you would like to introduce and explain things better, because they will get more, I would say, motivated to learn chess. Okay, bishop e2. Joy is trying to defend on f3 and avoid the exchange. So she wants to put the knight on c4. See where she is coming. Okay, how do we handle that? Let me think. I believe we can try to maneuver this knight at this point, get some activity, because these knights are doing well for now on this square, so I wouldn't mind maintaining them. G3. Okay, so she doesn't want to allow knight f4 either. Makes sense, logical. Alright, we want to do something now. Let's go with rook c8, trying to control the file. It's not that bad. Is she Egyptian? Yes, she is Egyptian. Gamurjaba Livi. Visualization training is important. It is, Kaizo. It's very important as well, just because one simple reason. It helps you calculate better. So, you already know that it is. Better you can visualize, better you can calculate. So I would like to go for b5 and get the knight on c3, and we will be sacrificing a pawn probably, but let's give it a try. Thank you for the follow, DJ San Juan. Welcome. Did you ever drop so much rating after a long period of not playing classical chess? Trying to find time to play chess a lot. What jobs to focus on to find more time? I actually didn't drop that much rating, but I can tell you one thing, that I don't participate into competitions frequently. I'll tuck it back in classical time control. And I played two, where I'm happy that I maintained my rating, didn't go in minus. Actually, ironically, for each event I gained 0.3, so I'm in 0.6 plus, and maybe feed will count as +1. Plus is a plus, we're not gonna say no to that. So yeah, when you're asking about which jobs to focus on to keep more time, something still chess related probably. Try to get the chess coaching, is a good tool as well. It depends. If you're training the students way below your level, that will damage your chess performance overall, of course. But chess streaming, if you can make it work, that you can get some income from there too, will get something really chess related. If you're looking for the other jobs, I don't exactly know which will save you more time. I can't really say. Hello, Kalmar just good. H5, H4, not yet. Thank you, Bintang Toba, for the follow. What do you think about doing a speed run? Yasin, I might give it a try, but first I have some goals to reach. Specifically, I want to see how far we can go in this rapid. I want to squeeze out basically as much as I can do in these formats, whatever I'm doing right now, and then we can try to do the rest. What is this visualization? Our visualization is when you can imagine the position blindfolded. So let's say if I just turn off the screen and I remove the pieces all around, that you will be able to determine and see the exact position, what is happening. So this is the visualization. So here in the game, we tuck the bishop back, and at some point we would like to go knight c3 because she played g3, which was correct move to prevent knight f4 ideas. I got the opportunity to use my bishop along this long diagonal. She bite the bullet and went for it, which is objectively correct. Let's go with knight c3. I believe she is going to take it. We will take it back as well, free up some squares, and use this diagonal for my benefit. Padloba Gamuteristus game. Can you play with me and suggest things to improve? My ID is Almond GMO. No, actually, I'll tell you guys. Since Joy had the rating range of whoever I'm playing on regular basis, that's the main reason why I played with her. But I do not accept the challenges on this stream. That's a bit annoying, Joy. I've got this queen d5 and some annoying threats. I think bishop e2 was slightly better version. I can do this. That's the annoying part, Joy. The pawn sacrifice was interesting. It's just that moving the bishop back and forth probably was a bit unpleasant. So I got a good counterplay there. That was the key problem of the game. Also, guys, for those who are checking it out on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to reach 500 followers. We are close to that, so please do follow it if you enjoy the content, especially. I would really appreciate it a lot. Let's grab this bishop. And if you are watching it on YouTube specifically, we are closing up to 6,000 subscribers, so just subscribe there, please. And on Twitch, we're very close to 3,000 as well, so we have really round numbers all around. Okay, knight c4. Joy is fighting, wants to do something direct, and she actually wants to grab my rook, which is a nice plan. But I can try knight d5. This way I can keep the rook protected, and I maintain pressure on this as well. Kalmar Juskio. Rook b3, queen b3 ideas, some annoying stuff. Do you ever play Cecile? Yes, I played her actually a couple of times. She's a very dangerous player. Very, very dangerous. So let's have a look at it now, Joy. What happened in the game? So discuss about the critical moments, analyze it. To see what was happening. She's a good player, yes indeed. I mean, of course she is. It's just the position ended up being something which she's not used to, as I see. So if you end up facing this similar position next time, castle, let's say a6, a4 is completely fine, no issues with that. After knight c6, try to go for, rather than going for b3, bishop b2, develop the knight on c3. If I go for something like bishop e7 and we're on the waiting mode or something, you can go queen e2, rook d1, and then try to push the e4 ideas. If I go c takes, you can even try rook d1 right away, and it is okay. It's playable for white. Most likely, players will be capturing it, takes it back, bishop e7, and try to play this kind of structure like bishop g5, queen e2, rook e1, rook d1, potentially d5 breakthroughs or knight d5 or something similar. This is usually preferable way how you can play against this setup. So the moment you go b3, I actually get a chance to put the pieces onto better squares. I don't know why it says it's inaccuracy, and also moving the bishop away on d3 was a bit annoying. Instead, just develop the knight on c3. I know you wanted to prevent some knight a5 ideas, but the moment I do, that's when you need to go for bishop d3. First, finalize the development. Bring the queen up, bring the rooks into the action, and then try to focus on the other side of the board. So we go with b6, knight a3, bishop b7, and this moment, g3 is understandable because knight f4 is on the way, and how else do you want to handle it? Actually, it's not an easy task by any means, actually, so you've got to do something. So here, I went for rook c8, knight c4, d5. Maybe she got nervous. Yes, she got nervous to play with me for sure. Knight a5 in here. So I decided to give up a pawn to go with knight c3 just because the diagonal is opened up. I need to go for it. Knight e5 and bishop f3 instead of g3 could trade pieces. The thing is that in case of knight e5, yes, probably was a preferable version as well. And here in bishop f3, slightly better way to stand. That is correct, MA. I agree with you. And here was this annoying part that I give away the pawn, but this bishop... Oh, knight c3 is a mistake. Apparently rook c2 is a preferable move. Anyhow, knight c3, takes it. I still think bishop e2 was supposed to be played here, Joy, just to defend the knight. I will try to activate the queen, of course, and I don't know exactly what to do next. How do we defend it? If there is g5, g4... Okay, the engine is screaming knight c4 is such an odd move. Just because if whenever I take it, you want to grab on a8. Okay, that's an interesting... Yeah. But bishop e2 is a must for sure. Here it says I need to go this, you move the rook away, take. Anyhow, 81 was, of course, just a mistake. And here I managed to get the piece and there is no good follow. So, yeah, Joy, overall, whenever you face these structures, try without b3, knight c3, queen e2 usually tend to have better results. Okay, moving on. Thanks for the game. Let's play another. Hello, sir. The wife is always dangerous. Of course, wife is always dangerous. Can you play with me? We don't play with the viewers, guys. Temu. Let's see, Temu. d4, d5. We have the same. Joy was the exception because it was in the rating range. Ah, we have the same. Take d takes c4, e3, develop the knight. And here with e6, and the plan is to go with, again, the similar scenario we have. But this time I'll try b5 first and then develop the bishop on b7, knight d7, followed by c5. It actually has better reputation because I control the center relatively. Did you play against Gotham? Attack the bishop and the knight? I don't think so. I would have remembered, probably. Knight goes back. Very well. What do we do now? We have a good pressure. No doubt. He would like to maneuver the knight to another side of the board and then push e4. That's an interesting person. Let's develop the rook. Thanks, coach, for the game. Next time I will win. Good luck, Joy. Thanks. Appreciate it. It was fun. Let's go with bishop here. e4. So he really seriously is going after my king. No joke. He wants to checkmate me. Okay, let's go for the castle on purpose. ვერ მასტერხო არა, არ გამხდაროთ. სამწუხაროდ ჯერ არა. b3, I kick the bishop out and then some follow-up with c3. Does it work? Bishop f4 is a bit misplaced, I would say. I can try this a5, let's go for it. He just wanted to develop the bishop. For the sake of development, he did it. I can try to activate the queen now on b6 and maybe bring the rook on b3. Okay. So now he's the one which wants to break through. It's interesting to see. I can try to take and bring the rook up maybe, but won't be achieving much out of it. You know what, let's bring the knight here. d7 knight in any case isn't doing much. If he pushes, I'm going to go here regardless, so let's take this direction. Perhaps that we take with the knight. Bishop b3. Okay, so he wants my knight. Are we okay to give it away whenever he captures? I don't think I mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it. He can take it if he wants to. Takes, I'll take it back. That was expected. How about bishop here now? If he takes, I'll capture it. Otherwise, moves like knight b2, knight d3 might be coming, which is not too simple to deal with. So overall, we have some good threats. Let's see what happens. I think we're doing fine. We should be fine. Let's say d5 breakthrough. Sooner or later, this move was expected. Of course, he was supposed to push it. If I go knight here, he will go queen d2. Then knight d3, he can try to trade here and here, but I really don't like the fact that he can take on e6, which is not something I want to see. How about I bring the rook here? If d6, I can actually take it, can't I? Yes, I can take that. So I try to pin the pawn, and I would like to grab on d5 next. You have mate in 87 move. Well calculated. Thanks for the gift, Wes. Appreciate it, man. So knight b2, d3. I'll take it with the what? Let's take it with the bishop. All eyes on d5 pawn. Because it's deadly pinned to the queen. d2. Okay, that's a smart move. He wants to cover it up. If I take it, pawn takes. And then, if I grab it, he takes on e7. If knight d5, there is knight c4. Put the attack on the queen. Not bad, not bad. That is well thought and well played. Okay, let's stack the bishop back. We don't have much. He takes it. We will just grab it with the queen. It is what it is, and that was a very smart move by him to cover up. Very, very smart move. Kudos. Let's take it with the queen. And we still have the advantage because of the bishop pair and better placed pieces, but he needs to prove some things. Queen f3. All right. So the question is, what's next? I really would like to get some activity. I'm actually down to trade the queens off if he wants to. He doesn't. That's a smart move that he does not. But we will try to be annoying now. It's getting somewhere here, by the way. It's no joke already at this point. He gets some threats. Okay, let's move this pawn up. I really don't want to see his knight jumping on f5. That will be a big headache. So let's move the queen back. Now rook d3 type of ideas might be on the radar. Bishop c7. Okay, I attack. He goes where? I'm not sure. Let's go rook d3. That rook sits very annoyingly for him. There I can also take it, can't I? Because if he takes with the queen, I'm going to grab it. It's fine. Rook d6, rook c6, rook d6. Should be okay at the end. If I go for... If I have easier moves like queen d7, it doesn't win on spot. So capture, rook takes, bishop d6. No checks. Nothing. Good. So I think I've got to go for it. What's your blitz rating? I have it close to 2900 now on this account, but I'll try to press it to 3000 actually, guys, and maybe at some point I will arrange the streams on blitz time control as well. That will be fun. And more entertaining, I would say, as well. Let's take it with the rook, and we would love to go for bishop d6 next. Queen takes, that leads to grabbing here. Probably thought of this, but I go with rook d6 right there. No, if you take the pawn, I'm fine. Fine there. Okay, how do we proceed further? What's the best way? Okay, let's think about it. I would like to bring this bishop into the attack. Of course. But I don't like the fact that he's kind of attacking some of my pieces badly. This knight isn't doing much. I can try to bring him into the game. How about something like these? Not too bad, right? My pieces are a bit loose, that he's attacking some of it, but you know, if the knight gets the d3 square, it can cause the damage. Queen a2, I'm really afraid of some moves like this. Then I take here, he gives a check, I move up, e5, he defends it like this, and probably not the most ideal version. Go for Queen a6, yeah. So now at least we have it well guarded. f6 knight wasn't doing much, and maybe we can try to bring it on d3 square. It's gonna be good overall. And I really need to use my... bishop, my knight, and the pawn, sorry, I meant. If I go there, what is he planning to do? f4 maybe? Or knight d3, c6. a move? Could be a move, actually. So it might be a bit problematic, but I think I've got a plan. Let's go knight e5. I can try, in case of f4, attack the bishop here. Not on queen b8. No, no. Queen b8, what is that? Queen b8. Have this and this. No, not queen b8. Queen b8 is a bad one. I attack the queen back. And finally, this knight maneuver worked out well. How many years did it took you to be an IM? So let's count. I started playing at the age of 5, and I became IM at the age of 17, or no, 16. 16 or 17? I think I was 17 years old. So it took me 12 years. Yeah, that looks bad. That was a nice maneuver, guys. Getting to this square, I really liked it, actually. It was a classy, really high level chess. Okay, do we go forward? Let's march the pawn, yeah? e6 queen did everything, g3 knight just died. Couldn't even do anything, got restricted completely. And overall, it's not looking great for him. Let's put the bishop into more active square and support the pawn. Here, I can try these ones. It's not a problem. Then we will continue with b2 as well, and that should be end of it. Okay, he wants to take my rook. Can't give it away for free. I bought b2. It's the right time. Here we promote. We take the rook. He plays till the end. Nope. Okay. Good game. Good game. Nice maneuvers as well. We had it in between, and overall was a good result. Do you think with consistent training, joining tournaments, I can be an IM in less than 5 years? Kane, I don't think so. I am in 5 years. No. If you start from scratch, depends on what your current level is, but it's too much to ask. GG, he's GG. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure. We managed to gain some rating points, had some good games, actually interesting moments, and so on. So, for those who are just checking in, please don't forget to follow, subscribe on YouTube, everything. I post daily some reels about some middle game topics actually, and end game topics as well. For those who are interested in improving their real strength in chess, I would highly recommend you to go on modernchess.academy, get the free course of training program, and you can check out many other courses as well about the openings, middle games, end games, tournament preparations, history of chess, and many other aspects as well. So there are variety of options, and all high quality ones made by me, and very affordable prices. And these prices will not be remaining for long, so try to grab the deal as soon as possible. Thank you everyone for watching, and just one detail about becoming an international master with the rating 1823 in 5 years. 1823, maybe you can make it work, but that definitely will be hard work. But objectively, it's possible. Thanks everyone, and for your support throughout the streams, and see you around tomorrow at the same time. Take care.